Hello, good morning, and welcome to Morning Motivation Show. My name is Solomon Okeke, and I am glad that you are here. I want to assure you, you're going to have a swell time with me. You're going to get quality messages, quality information that are capable of changing your life forever. But you have a role to play. Why did I say that? You have to act on every knowledge that you get, because knowledge not acted upon will never be power to anybody. For the past 3 days, we've been talking about love and how love for humanity and how love for yourself and how love for God changes the world. Today, I am focused on love for humanity. If we don't love humanity, we do not love God. And if we don't love God, our love for ourselves will not be fulfilled. So we talk about love for humanity, and that is one of the kind of loves that changes the world. Let me tell you a story of my friend who I met. He served in Enugu as a core member, and when I met him newly, he introduced me to a project I wanted to run, and that project was a project on a human being. A project on a boy who he discovered at a primary school, an 11-year-old boy who was born with cataract eye defect. And because the parents didn't have enough money to do all the surgery and everything he got for the young boy, the cataract eye defect graduated into what is called congenital cataract and was almost making the young boy blind. Now, this core member, when he met me, he talked about it, and I encouraged him that it's possible that the young guy can go through surgery, because he wanted to take him through surgery. But the bill was enormous. The hospital had given a bill of 280,000, and his allowance at then was 19,008 or so, and there is no possible way of him funding it. So he told me he wanted to form a team, and I said, I'll be part of your team. And he formed a team of 11 young people who rallied round to raise funds using the social media and all other platforms available to us to raise funds for the young guy's surgery. And within 5 days, the funds that were needed for the surgery were made available. And this young boy went on surgery. His eyes are restored now. But there is something that got me thinking, and I was surprised because I had known this core member for a little time before I went with him to meet the parents of the boy. That was before the surgery. And what the mother of this boy told me was what shocked me. She said, but this copper is not actually behaving like a Muslim. Now, I don't know what her ideology of who a Muslim is, or what formed her ideology about that. But I was surprised because even at that time, I didn't know that my friend was a Muslim. I said, wow, you're a Muslim. I didn't even know that. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm glad to, I said, wow, I'm glad to have a Muslim friend. And he told me that what matters is not about the religion. It's about humanity. He told me that we are humans first before we became part of any religion. And he doesn't even bother if the young guy is of a religion or not. And the truth is that he doesn't know the young guy. That's where to start from. He doesn't know him from anywhere. But because he saw him and he saw he was suffering, he had compassion on him. That is how to love humanity best. The Bible says, love your neighbor. It didn't say whether your neighbor is a Christian or not. It didn't say love your fellow brethren. It said love your neighbor. Whoever your neighbor is doesn't count in this context. What counts in this context is that you love humanity. And that was how this copper helped to take this young boy through the surgery. And the surgery was successful. And he has traveled back his place. He doesn't even know the parents of the young man. He only speaks with them on phone now that he has traveled. Now, what does that tell you? He helped a young guy that doesn't even have something to pay him with. He helped a family that cannot even pay him. Because sometimes people think you have to do transaction with every kind of help you give. You know what I call transaction? Transaction is when you are helping somebody and you're expecting something in exchange. Yeah, you're helping him and you're putting it in your mind that he's going to give you something. He's going to at least say thank you with something to reciprocate the help. Why would that be? I really don't understand why that should be. So because you love humanity, you help irrespective of their faith, irrespective of their belief, irrespective of what separates you from them, culture or whatever. The most important thing is that they are human beings, and at this time in their life, they need help, and you can offer the help. When you give that help, you have this kind of joy and happiness swelling up in you that will make you become more grateful to your maker because you have the opportunity to help. There are people who don't even have the opportunity to help. They only have the opportunity to be helped. And you have the opportunity to help others. Please, with a grateful heart, do it. And then you'll be glad you did that. You could as well put up a charity project that could help somebody, that could help people who are in need, help people who need one thing or the other. It could be physical need, it could be intellectual need, spiritual need, or whatever. Put up a structure that will help people become better. In that way, you are loving humanity, and posterity will be fair because you loved humanity. I am so glad that you listened to me, and this is where I'll be calling it a day. Tomorrow morning, I am coming back with an episode on love again. We're going to be talking about love till 7 days, and this is just the 5th episode. We have 2 more days to talk about love, and it's inspiring. I want to see you tomorrow, and I would appreciate your comments and your suggestions on the comment box. Please, if you're listening to me from YouTube or any of the podcast channels, please, I would appreciate your subscription. Please subscribe, and then I would be glad to bring you another episode of this series tomorrow morning. See you, and God bless you.